Sorry, I'm just trying to finish a piece of work ready for this talk that I'm doing on this evening at 7.
Ah,
So
there was.
went like mad, and I hadn't realised that I'd left that on with the noise going.
No worries.
I'm not going to finish it in 2 minutes, but I also didn't want you to have to stare at me while I'm doing this. So do excuse me, I will be with you in a minute. Let me just finish off at a sensible sentence.
No, that's fine. What's a compliment you like?
I've got 2 sections to write and only half an hour to do it in when I finish with you. Are you nipping in to see the virtual online free thing tonight?
We didn't know about it.
Oh, nobody does. I've been hyped. But it turns out that actually there's lots and lots of people going to be watching me anyway, so I might as well have some people there that already know me. So if I just stick in here for you, it's on Facebook, and you need to look for the virtual, I've lost it now, the virtual something.
Is it on the Facebook page?
Yes, it is. I think it's called Dog Conference, and it might be Dog Trainers Conference.
Conference for dogs. Yeah, I've got it here.
You have to request to join, and I'm doing a talk at 7 o'clock. There's loads of others on there, free talk.
Yeah, there is loads on here. You didn't know about all that.
No, she only came up with the idea about 3 days ago, and it's just sort of gone mad. So the reason I haven't, besides anything else, I was shocked when I volunteered. So I'm a little bit terrified. And
different, like training things and talks and stuff like that.
That's good.
Anyway, back to you. How are you getting on?
Good.
All right, it's been quite clingy with me this week because I ain't been very well, so it's been literally like sitting on me and everything.
I've been poorly too. I wonder if we got a computer virus from last week's Zoom.
Probably.
But no, he's been doing quite well.
Yeah.
The thing that your teachers taught us last week, he's
Yeah.
doing that.
We
Been coming in more better.
yeah, from outside he's been coming in a lot better. I did try and do it with him one dinner and he didn't listen to me the first time, so I thought, right, I'm not going to carry on. Because like you said, it's just teaching him to not do it. But yeah, he's been coming in loads better now from being outside and stuff. And yes, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It's been quite good this week.
So your job now is to start making it harder for him to find you. So you're going to throw him out into the garden and then you're going to run away. Instead of just one room or hiding behind one door, you're going to go further. So he's got to actively search for you when he's heard you call. Make it really good fun. When you do start taking him out into real world and using that word, I want you to be really careful that you don't ruin it by asking him to call away from stuff that's too difficult. It's too interesting, too engaged in it. So pick your moments, really pick them carefully. Pick your places as well, because we want a place that's not going to be too distracting. So open fields where you can see what the potential distractions might be, but he's already a little bit engaged with you anyway, so he doesn't get too involved with the other smells and the other things before you call him.
Yeah.
And make it really fun. Be really unpredictable. Keep it moving. Don't let yourself fall into that trap of that expectation that he should come. We're going to get rid of the word should. I mean, why should he if you're not providing him with good reason to? And that frustration that's natural to feel, that we might want him to come back to us and he's not doing it. So try and keep it all on the light side, on the jolly side. And remember, if it's not working, don't continue pushing. Think of why wasn't it working? What was that distraction in the environment that made it too hard? You know, you've always got prevention to fall back. Really important. We're getting a bit of feedback, aren't we? I'll mute you. So you'll have to wave me if you want to get him back in so that we can hear. It's just I keep hearing myself coming back over your mic, so it keeps going backwards and forwards. But yeah, recall is a grow thing. It doesn't just suddenly happen overnight. You have to grow it and then you have to test it and see, can you do it in this situation? And when you're thinking, oh, if I call 10 times and out of that 10 times in that whole walk, you come back only 5 times, well, that's only 50%. And that means that I'm asking you to do it where you're going to fail 50% of the time. That means he's practicing as much getting it wrong as he is practicing getting it right. Yeah. So we need to be getting into the 80% and above. So 8 times out of the 10 times you call him, he turns around straight away and he's on his way back. He's not even thinking about anything else was happening. So today we'll have a look at getting him interested in coming away from something that he's already focused on. Yeah. So something that he's already seen, that he already wants, we're going to have a look at that. And my dodo's gone off with Dawn again, and he's the only one, I think maybe might be able to demonstrate this for us, but I don't like her on this floor too much. But yeah, Dodo, the ridiculous baby dog, has gone off gallivanting with his human girlfriend. So she only lives around the corner from me, so it's dead easy for her to borrow him whenever she wants him. A little bit, yeah. Anyway, here's a Twiggy. Twiggy's volunteered. Are you staying there? So what we need to think about here is we want the dog to choose to come back to us, not be forced to come back to us. So we're going to make sure that they, first of all, can't get it wrong. Yeah. We're going to give them a reason to want to go away from us. Come here, darling. But we're going to prevent them from getting it wrong. So I'm going to throw some food over there. and I'm going to hold the lead so that she might try and keep trying. She's not, my dogs don't try because they've learned this one. Yeah. And when she finally gives up trying to get over there, I'm going to reward like crazy here with me. Okay. Then, while she's still with me, we're going to go together to get those bits. Does that make sense? So I want her to say, in her own mind, well, pulling towards it and getting excited about it, that doesn't work. But if I go to the owner, I get something lovely, I get praise, I get food, and then I get to go towards that thing that I wanted. Yeah, so it's win-win. All right, so that's what I want you to do. Do you understand that? Have you got any questions about that? Does it make sense? It makes sense. You can unmute yourself or wave at me if you want me to unmute you.
No, that's fine. So you throw a bit away, keep them on the lead.
Make sure they don't get that bit. We're waiting for that moment when the dog chooses for themselves to come away from it. Okay?
Yeah.
If they don't choose, we're going to talk about what you're going to do. All right?
Okay.
I want to see, first of all, can the dog make that choice for themselves without being forced?
Okay.
All right, so try and get your camera so I can see. Beautiful, well done.
I need a bit in my hand.
I don't hear it.
That's fine. I put a bit in there.
Without in yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Keep nice and still. Don't worry. There. Did you see that look back? Yeah, there. As soon as you get that look back, we're going to really big them up. Oh, you're such a good dog. I love it. We'll keep that attention, keep that fun, keep their focus on you and that attention on you as you then go towards that other reward together.
Okay.
So you're not going to let him pull you towards it. You're going to go with him together to get that thing.
It just inhaled it.
It does. Okay then.
Right, 2 water cow.
Yep.
Because you're walking quite a lot more. So you throw a bit away.
How many bits? How many
Just
treats?
throw one bit away, but keep a couple in your hand to give him when he looks at you.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh, sorry, mate. So throw away.
So we're not pulling him back. We're just holding on. We're just waiting for him to realise that looking at that and getting excited about that and going after that is not going to work. It's just not going to work. Okay, it's about patience. There it is. And we're rewarding like crazy there. Keep his attention to how fantastic he is and walk with him.
walk to it.
Yeah. Walk with him. Okay?
Yeah. Pulled slightly, but it wasn't very a long stretch, really.
Yeah. All right. So you can build up the distance if you've got enough space. You can do it across the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yeah. That's a bit longer.
Because I can just about get a view across there. So.
Okay.
That way in the
Oh,
kitchen.
I just dropped it. So I'll do it from here.
Right,
Right
all
up
the
to the
way
laptop.
away.
Good boy.
All right. And before he starts pulling, I want you to be moving ahead of him towards the other trees.
But what happens if he pulls?
Well, to begin with, he's going to a little bit, but it'd be better if we kept that engagement and that chatter between us as we take them to it. Yeah?
Yes, yes.
So you're still talking to him while you're walking to it?
Good
Yeah.
boy.
Tell him, oh, good, what a good boy, here we go, we're going to go get it because you're so clever, because you asked me. You asked me, can I go for that thing?
Yeah.
Do you want a couple more?
Yeah, I just need a couple. You can throw them, Colin.
Okay. What's this?
Wait for a real, there it is.
Good boy.
While he's eating those bits, you walk ahead and let him get the other bits.
He was pulling quite a bit then.
He was,
He
yeah.
was doing the lunging where he does it with his neck as well.
Okay, so we're going to talk about what you do if they are crazy. Now, again, I've got this issue. I think maybe might be able to show us this, but I don't want her to scrabble too much with her bad legs. So we'll see how we get on. So, what do you do? Oh, just mute you a second, that's it. What do you do if your dog is pulling like crazy towards that treat and they don't make that decision after a couple of seconds to come away from it? So we'll get rid of Twiggy, we'll ask maybe if she can play. As I say, I don't want her to be scrabbling too much. She doesn't deal with frustration very well. So of all of my dogs who are liable to get it wrong, she's the one. Okay, so come here, come this way, you little old deaf old girl. All right, so there's the tree. She's already excited, you can see her face. I'm going to roll it away. I hate it when my dogs are too good. You're going to get that tree. Okay, so what I'm going to do, if she's pulling towards it, I'm going to step into the lead's on my belly, and then I'm going to slowly move back on one foot. And when I get as far back as I can, when I'm as far back as my balance will allow me to be, I'm then going to transfer the other foot back, and I'm going to lean that back. So we are putting tension onto the lead, but we're not doing it in a jerky way at all. We're just slowly increasing. And in fact, what I'm going to get you to do, before you do this with your dog, I want you to do it with your partner. I want somebody to be the dog and try to get to the imaginary treat or the pigeon or whatever you want to pretend it is. And I want the other person to come. So you've got your lead, your dog's already pulling, come into your lead, so that your lead is on your belly, and then start moving backwards on one leg. When you run out of leg space, move the other leg back. And let's see, I want you both to try it, being the dog and being the person on the lead. I want you to tell each other how that feels. So step in so it's on your belly, lean back with one foot, pressure back, and when you run out of leg space, put the other one back. Okay, so you can pull a great big bloke without hurting him. You can manage to control the great big bloke, can't you? All right, so do it the other way. Let's have a go at feeling what it feels like if it's the other way around. And you be the dog and we swap. Okay, so can you feel that even if you're really struggling and keeping that tension on that lead, you've got no choice but to move. All right, and because we're not jagging at the lead, the aim is not to make it a punishment at all. The aim is to make it clear to the dog that the more that they try to get towards that thing, the more they will be restrained away from that thing. Yeah, not to be aggressive to them, not to be punishing, but just so that they're more likely then to go, well, what do you want me to do? And as soon as we get them into that question mode, what do you want? They're going to look at you and you're going to go, that's exactly what I wanted. Here's your rewards and let's go get that thing that you wanted. All right, so try that now. Add that to what you've just done. Give me a view, because I need to see your doggy. Lovely. On your belly, and then leg, gentle tension. So you saw straight away, as soon as you moved into the lead, did you see that he looked around? Okay, so I think it's going to take him a while to figure out that he needs to take you with him and that he doesn't pull towards it, because pulling on the lead is another separate thing that we need to teach him. Yeah, so wait for him. Use your backward movement if you need to. There it is. Reward it while he's still eating, step past him. So I want you to scatter more food behind you, yeah, when you reward him, so that he's back there, still busy, eating that reward as you move past him to go towards the other one. Does that make sense? Yes, I love that. Thank you very much. That was very, very kind. There it is. Reward behind you, step past. So you're halfway there, and then go together. All right. And then you can get the one that you missed. Does that feel better? Yeah. All right. Do it again for me. Let's just make sure Daddy's having a go. Right. Let's make sure you're on it and the dog's on it with you. So the more you practice this, the more the dog starts to do what mine do, which is go, oh, do you mean it? Am I allowed to have that or not? You know, so that you get this thinking, this questioning. Am I allowed to have that? There you go. So now he's not pulling. Now he was like, oh, we're going, are we? Okay. Yeah, beautiful. How does that feel? Nice. I'm not going to let you get away with just a thumbs up.
Yes.
Yeah, no, loads better. He was like, on the last time I did it, he looked round straight away like, can I go get it now?
And it's not about practicing. The more you practice. So we've got, at the moment, you've got a thing that you can control access to. You've got a piece of food, you've got a predictable situation, you've got your lead already in place, and that's all lovely, isn't it? So we're practicing with predictable stuff, but actually we're training for the future where the stuff's going to be unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense? So what we want to do is get him into the habit of asking, can I go and chase that thing, that bird, that squirrel, that other dog, that whatever it is, can I, which is what we're starting to teach just now with that exercise. But we also need to add to that a yes, you can. Yeah? So a release cue. All right, so we're going to have a look at that. Oh, you're too deaf. I don't even know if I want to sit around on this floor. You might swap you for the other person. How's that for a good idea? You can go that way. Yeah, go find that. You can play with me. So we're looking for that look that tells us that they're starting to understand that they can't go after that thing until they've looked at us. All right, so I throw that one away, and there it is. And now we're going to remember to reward it here. We're going to say, go get it. Good girl. All right, and do it from this direction. Yeah. So there's the thing, gone over there. She says, can I? And I say, yes, you can, go get it. All right, does that make sense? So we're adding a little release. We're adding a word or a phrase that makes sense to you, that tells the dog that they can have that thing that you wanted. Sit up, Mommy. Good girl, wait there. All right, let's have a look at them on the gallery so I can see you. So gone. Do you understand when to add that release cue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait up. So, chuck it, and then if he looks at me, reward him, and then go and get it.
Then say, go get it, and then go with him.
Wait up this way.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Say, go get
Go
it.
get it.
He's like, anymore?
Yeah, let's do it. Wait up. Good boy. Go get it.
He's not pulling now either.
Slack lead as well, that was good.
Okay, so who wants another game? Did we do Mousy Mousy last week?
No.
No.
Love Mousy Mousy, so you can go off lead. I'm just going to show you. And again, the dog, my demo dog for this, the better one is Dodo. Dodo, the less, who has less control. So what I want you to do, first thing we need is we need a dog who can not go after the food that's in your hand. So what we're going to do with this is have some food in your hand, have it about nose level. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they approach the hand shuts. If they look away from the hand at all, which she's desperately trying to do, you can see, then we're going to shove it towards them. So we're going to make the body language different. If you move towards it, it shuts, but it stays still. If you move away from it, it slides forward and it's open. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to, like, it's a small dog, are we allowed to crouch down?
Change the camera so I can see. That's it. Just snap it shut, keep it still. All right, it's going to try other stuff. We're just going to wait until he gives up. There it is. Did you see that little going backwards? Now I want you to slide that one piece that you had in the hand to him to deliver it. So snap shut if he tries to get into it. If he backs up or moves away from it, there. As soon as he backs up, we're going to reward him. There. All right, beautiful. Now, if you've got that in the hand like that, you're ready for the next stage. So Daddy, do that one for me.
3 bits. Don't need relax. Sit. Sit.
Good
No,
boy.
shove it in with the hand that you got it in. Sit.
Good boy. Yeah.
All right, so this is all about the dog learning that to get something that you want, you don't always need to move towards it. Sometimes you need to control that impulse to move towards it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to just put you on mute so you don't keep stealing my video. Oh, we're going to go on the floor, far enough away that you can see. I've already taught her if it's in the hand, leave it alone. She goes, I'm not even looking at it. Then we're going to teach her the same thing. If it's on the floor and you move your nose towards it, my hand is going to cover it. Okay? If you pull your nose away from it, I'm going to pick it up and give it to you. on the floor. She moves away. Yep, and we can slowly build up the length of time that they wait with that thing right in front of them. So that's your job just now. So we make it really easy for the dog. If you move your nose towards it, my hand is going to stay in the way. If you take your nose away from it, I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to give it to you. Okay, beautiful. And you're already on to the next stage, which is when they look at you. Yeah, so he offered a beautiful little look when you did it the first time. So pop it on the floor. I can't see your treats. They're not coming up on video. That's it. Wait him out. There it is. Pick it up and give it to him. Fantastic. And now we just add, if you look at me, instead of looking at that treat, that thing that you want, if you look at me, I will pick it up and give it to you. So he's allowed to be as far away as he likes, but if he looks at you, he's asking, can I have it? Can I get it? So pick your hand up, keep your hand off the treat. He looked at you, didn't he? I saw him look up, yeah? So you're going to tell him, yes, that's beautiful. I'm going to pick that treat up for you and I'm going to give it to you because you controlled yourself. Yes, there it is. Okay, beautiful. You're ready to play mousey mousey. So they were the rules. You needed him to be able to choose not to go after the food in your hand. You needed to be able to have him choose not to go after the food that was on the floor. Now we're going to make it exciting. Okay, so what we do is we've got our dog, piece of food on the floor like this. If they back away from it, now instead of picking it up and delivering it, I want you to ping it towards them. You're not pinging it far. So they wait, they look at you, and you ping it. So this is why it's called mousey mousey. If they move towards the mouse hides. If they stay away from the mouse runs. Does that make sense? Okay, don't worry. He's too busy worrying about what Mum's doing. Okay, so we ping it towards them. He's not sure, don't forget, we've just been doing a game just now that taught him not to go after food that was away from us. So when you're pinging it, ping it into them to begin with. Okay, so can you see how exciting that is? That's a little chase. When you've got dogs that are interested in chase anyway, then chase is the thing we need to use to get them excited about choosing not to chase, making that choice. All right, so next stage, because you're like advanced or something. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to have several mice. Yeah, we're going to move the mice slightly in front. And when your dog has made a good choice and not moved, we're going to say, get it, and ping one mouse. They come back towards them, and you see she's holding herself back. She's not dived on them. So I'm going to move the mice around a bit again. And while they're moving and they're looking quite interesting, she's holding herself. She's controlling her own impulse. So I'm going to say, get it. And she comes back. And she says, can I have another mouse? Okay, so I'm going to do the same game. And get it. Until all my mice are gone. Go, you can have those. That's your game. So it's easier with dried food or, you know, food that will roll a little bit. We don't want them to roll very far. We want them to be rolling towards the dog so the dog knows that they're for them. And we want to be adding that release cue, that get it cue to tell them it's okay. And remember, the mice have to run into the hole. If the dog is looking at them, they go still, they go stiff, and they hide in the mouse hole. We wait for the dog to back up, and we open our hands and start the mice moving again. We're looking for the dog restraining that excitement. They're excited, but they're restraining themselves while they're excited. That self-control. Okay, you make them more exciting, more movement. Little pings that don't go too close to the dog, that haven't got a release cue that you could get to first. Stillness if the dog approaches into the mouse hole. Approaching and going after it doesn't work. What else can I do? What if I stand over here? Yeah? So your dog's asking questions. What do I need to do to get you to give me that release command and to ping my mouse to me? What do I need to do? And if we can get them into question mode, we can get them into thinking mode, we can get them learning. And you know, need to point it out because he wasn't watching. He says, I wasn't even going to approach it. I'm going to back off. So he's really getting that idea. He says, so all I need to do is keep myself away from them. Yeah, that's all I need to do. All right. So now imagine a scenario where instead of mice that you've got in your hands under control, you're looking at a pigeon. Yeah. And if you're going to let him chase the pigeon, which you are going to do, because that is the mousy, but it's now going to be called the pigeon game. If you're going to let him chase the pigeon, he first needs to offer to look at you and to stand still and wait for that release command. Then with his long line attached, so you know you can catch him, you're going to tell him, go catch that pigeon. Now, pigeons are the best. Pigeons or crows on seafront, Cleethorpes Beach, seafront, brain going dead. It's going to be great for the talk later, isn't it? Because the crows are really good. They'll come all the way in to get treats, to get dog food. You can keep your dog restrained. while the crows are hanging around, you can wait for that look at you, that asking, can I chase those crows? And then you can give that release cue to say, yes, go get them. Get those crows. Okay, you've got your long line, so you know you're not going to lose your dog. You're going to let him have something that is highly reinforcing. And the thing that it reinforced was that waiting and that self-control and that attention on you. Does that make sense? Does it sound like it might be a completely crazy thing to do? All right, so we wouldn't practice with an animal that might not be able to get away, but we can practice with birds. You know, I wouldn't practice it if I'd looked at the gang of birds and one of them looked like it had got a crook wing. I don't want my dog to win. And if it's squirrels, for example, I'd make sure that the squirrel was quite close to a tree before I set my dog off. I don't want a squirrel that's out in the open. If it's bunnies, I want to make sure that I've seen them already be able to get away down a rabbit hole or something. Does that make sense? I'm not setting them up to catch the animal. I'm setting them up to enjoy the chase. Does that make sense? But we can do similar with toys inside the house. Okay? So what we're going to do with the toy, first of all, you need to get your dog interested in it. So you need to make it look like prey. And again, I've got the wrong dogs for this game. Dodo is the guy that likes to play games. You can either buy fancy long toys, or you can take yourself a lead and hook your toy onto the lead. So you've now got a toy that moves and you can drag it around. Laying on your back on camera is not appropriate. So I show them exactly what you look like. You're like a right tart. Let's see if we can move this around here a bit. What are you doing? She's not that into toys. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get her interested, but maybe Mike join me. You want this? She says, I'd rather have my belly tickled. It's toy. It's doing. Get it, get it, get it. Get it, get it. Get it, get it. She says, oh, it's squeaky. I didn't know it was squeaky. So the aim is for that toy to look like prey, to get them excited and interested in chasing after it. So we're dragging it, we're moving it away from them. I'll bring, oh, are you going to play or not? Because, you know, you're no good to me if you're not interested. No, okay, we'll get maybe. No, you're out of here. You're pathetic. Go on out. May. Good girl. All right, so first I want her to be excited to chase that toy. To grab at it. Okay, sorry. First, get your chase. That's fantastic. I don't want her to slip on here. I don't want her not to be able to walk tomorrow. She's already sore enough. So get them excited to chase. Then we're going to use that toy. Instead of that piece of food that we were throwing away, we're going to say, here's the opportunity to chase, but you can't have it until you look at me. As soon as you get that look at you, you're going to release them to get it. All right. So you need to partner up a little bit on this. So first get that excitement. First get that wanting to chase it. Okay, and let her grab it, let her have it, let her play with it, let her get excited by it. And I want you to tell her, while she's chasing after it, I want you to tell her, get it, get it, get it, get it. Get excited with it. Get it, get it, get it. Give that release cue. Get it, get it. Have her excited, excited. Okay? So build up that excitement, and then we're going to mess with her head a little bit, because we're going to do the same. We're going to put her on a lead, We're going to have one of you make that toy look really exciting and chasey, while the other one is waiting for it to look back, to give attention to their face. Once they give attention to the face, you give that release command and you let them grab that toy. Now this is really hard, okay? This is really, really hard. So you might have to do your step back, give them rewards, and then the release cue, all right? And she says, I don't understand. He says, sorry, don't understand. Nice slow slide. Yes, get it, get it, get it, get it. And Daddy, keep hold of it, because I think having you on the end of the toy and playing with that toy and really grabbing at it is a really nice reinforcement. That play, yeah, that sharing that toy. All right, so steal it away again and run away with it. Make it exciting. Okay, Mummy, your job is to get that look at you, slow walk backwards. I've just noticed there's food on the top because I didn't realize I could stand on my hind legs. Hey, release cue, get it, get it, get it, Daddy, play. I'd rather have food because I've noticed there's some food up there. All right, so if they're saying that one reinforcer is more valuable to them than another, then we go back to the thing that's working for them. All right, the reason that toy play is a really good thing to do is you can make it look more like prey. Whereas food, when you move it and chase it away, it kind of goes still, doesn't it? It doesn't continue moving. But toys continue moving, they continue looking exciting. So that's a really good way to teach. Make that choice so you can train that release cue. Yes, you can. Yes, you can go chase that thing. So what does that do to your recall then, do you think? Well, what if I said that by releasing them to chase something, which is the massive reward, and linking it with your release cue, your dog is then going to look at you and start learning. Next time I see something exciting and I want it, I'm going to look at you. Now you can start to choose, is it appropriate for them to run over to that thing? In which case you're not going to say you release cue. Or is it safe and appropriate? In which case I am going to give you that release cue. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because your dog's hanging around saying, what about this? Can I chase that one? And asking, they're more likely to stay with you and keep engaged with you. All right, let's go back over the stuff from last week. Let's make sure that you're getting it and you're happy with it. I know you said you are, but I just want to check. All right, so the 1, 2, 3. Yeah, say it, do it, and then feed it. So we're feeding at the feet.
Let me just take him off his lead. His collar. Some cheese, Dougie.
Just give me a better view, Dal, because all I can see is...
Oh, sorry, yeah. Katie's more better with me for this.
All right. So you say it.
What was it saying? Oh, yeah. Here.
And then you do it, which is your little run. And then you feed it right at your feet. So stand still, wait for him to look at you. Say it.
Yeah.
Run. Feed him. You can't even get away from him anymore, okay? When you can't get away from him, then you're ready to start rolling it. Okay, so roll it away. Okay, call him again.
Yeah.
Roll him away. Now, if you've got enough space, you would also still do your little run, which I don't think you've got space at the minute unless you run into the garden. Yeah?
Yeah, no.
You roll them away and then call them And then we're moving away again. So they join us here and we roll them away. And we're turning away, ready to go that way. We call them, we run, and we roll them away into the other direction. So we're increasing the distance that they've got to charge to try and get back to us. Yeah? We wait until they've come all the way to us before we roll that treat away. So with maybe, what we're going to do is we're going to be standing still, we wait for attention, we say, I'm going to move, and then I'm going to roll, and I'm on my way here. She turns around here. I'm going to roll her that way. I think it went under the cupboard. And I'm here, and I'm going to roll her that way, and I'm moving this way, and I'm going to roll her that way. Yeah, so it only needs to be a couple of steps, but the dog's doing a lot of work from one end of the roll to the other. So we wait until they're all the way back with us before we put it to the floor and roll it along the floor.
Okay.
Oh, come here, baby girl. I don't want you skidding about. Go on,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so make sure we're all the way back before you roll it.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, so we're rolling it from your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we've got a couple of minutes. Going to introduce a brand new game, which you should like.
Yeah. Yeah, that was all right.
All right, so a brand new game then. This game, you are going to be tossing treats again. Just put your speaker off so you don't keep stealing my camera. There we go. So we are going to be rolling treats around. Chair's in the way, isn't it? So we've got no room. Okay. So what I want to do this time is we're going to turn 360. So the dog comes back. We turn with the dog on the food, with their nose on the food, and then we roll it away. Pull, here, turn, roll. That makes sense? Pull, turn, roll, like that. Take them all the way around you with that food. Now, don't forget, just now, we've just been teaching the dog not to bother the food, not to hassle the food. So that's why we're backing off from that hand a little bit. All right. That's it. Keep all the way around and roll the way along the floor. And you can give your get it. And then you call as they're coming towards you. Yeah. So they're already on their way back. Okay. So what's the benefit of that? Well, if you think about it, if your dog is reluctant to come all the way back to you because they think they might get caught. If we're, and just one thing I noticed, you were turning with this hand that way, that's really awkward. That makes it awkward for you. If you're turning that way, put them on the side that makes sense. Does that make sense? So I'm turning her this way, I'm going to put her on that side. If I'm turning her this way, I'm going to put her on that side of me. It makes it easier for her and for you to move. All right, that's just one thing. But what we're going to do is a little variation on that game. So I'm going to roll her away. As she comes back here, I'm going to toss the treat between my legs. Okay. So roll her away. Toss the treat between your legs, so she goes between your legs, turn around, call, toss, turn round, call, toss, turn round, call, toss. Does that make sense? So they're coming all the way in. They couldn't come any closer to you because they have to go underneath you. So they're practicing coming all the way in and not dodging away from those hands. Can't see you, doggy. Thank you, darling. Okay, if your puppy's reluctant to go, then there is a different way that we can train it. But yeah, you're all right. Okay. You got to be quick. Beautiful. All right, so it's about adding fun and unpredictability. And you can actually put those two together. So we can go with Twiggy. I can go, there's that tree. He's got to find it. He's gone under the chair. Here. You go through. Next time I call you here, I'm going to go round and toss her away that way. Now I might go through again. Here. Now I'm going to go round. How that makes it more interesting and exciting for the dog. And the more exciting we can make it, the more unpredictable it is what's going to happen next. And we can add it to all of those other games that we practiced last week. Now we've got a dog who's like, what are you going to do? Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on you because you might do something interesting. All right, so see if you can get a little pattern going with those two, between the legs and around your body, between the legs and around your body. Okay, so we're calling in each time. That's it. And toss away. Yeah, call in. So cue between your legs, turn around, call your dog to you, take them around your body. Food on the nose. Keep contact, keep contact, keep contact. Right up until the minute when you've turned that full 360 and then you roll it away from them. You put that food right on the end of the nose and you keep contact with that food on the nose. That's it, beautiful. Whoop, lost contact. That's it, keep contact, keep contact. Oops, too late. If you feel the nose disconnecting, just hold on and let the dog reconnect to that food. But look, even when you're not doing it perfectly, look where he is. Look what he's doing. He's saying, I'm enjoying this. I'm wagging my tail. I've got a smile on my face. I want to pay attention to you. Does your hands smell good? Yeah? So it's all good, isn't it? It's all good in the hood. All right, let's unmute you. Let's have a chatter. How does that feel?
Good.
You know what it doesn't feel like, if I'm doing it right? It doesn't feel like training, does it?
It feels like fun.
Doesn't feel like being at school and being told you must do this and you must do that. Okay, just go. Nearly ran my dog over. You can't see, so. Oh. Yeah, so if it's fun for you, it's definitely going to be fun for the dog. Whereas if it starts to feel like a chore to you and you're thinking, oh, I've got to do more recall practice, or oh, I've got to do more walking together on the lead practice, or oh, I've got to do more making good choices when they see something they want practice, then you're going to be like, ah, I don't want to do it. Whereas if we can make it fun for you and fun for him, he's going to be like, I want to do it more. And you're going to be like, God, you're doing so well. I want to do it more as well.
Yeah.
All right. So how are we doing on that? How am I doing, basically? Yeah.
Yeah, good. No, he's
Liking it?
yeah, no, everything that we've learned and taught him is enjoying, isn't he? So that's the
Yeah,
main thing.
he's got patience with it as well, so he's doing quite well. Plus, it's a good thing that he's a poodle, so he does listen.
Yeah,
Now,
they learn. And do you know what though? Intelligent dogs are sometimes harder
yeah,
to train because they start figuring out how to get the stuff that they want without needing you.
and you
So
can see.
we have to make ourselves more interesting and more valuable. We have to add something to our relationship, because it's so easy with an intelligent dog who's going around saying, I don't need you, I can do it myself, I can go get that, and yeah, I'll be back in a minute, I'm busy.
Yeah.
You can start to get frustrated and angry, and then that relationship starts to break down. You start to feel like you've been ignored. He thinks, God, when I do go back, they're dead boring anyway, you know, or they're nagging at me, or they're kind of grinding their teeth when I get back, and oh, why should I? You know, what's in it for me? So by playing games, by adding value to yourself, that relationship improves. You're going to feel less grumpy. He's going to want to come back instead of wanting to hang back away from you.
So play more games.
Play more games. Yeah.
Hang on.
There's
That's
a
good.
book. Hang on. I spent money. I saw it the other day and I can't remember where it is on my shelves. I'd forgotten I'd got it. I've got that many bloody training books. Anyway, there's a book on my shelf called Gamify Your Training.
Okay.
There we go, look. Gamify Your Dog Training.
That's
And
good.
that, you know, that's a well-recognized dog trainer who other people look up to. She's not saying your dog must do this, your dog must do that. This is about teaching classes. It's not for individuals. It's about how I teach you. Yeah. But basically, she's saying if you don't add fun to your training lessons, people are not going to want to be involved. They're not going to want to carry on training with you. You know, they're not going to get the value. They're going to find somebody that will make them feel that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but we've noticed the difference anyway.
Good.
Even just from last week. So, but obviously there'll be even more of a difference the next time.
Yeah.
Because he's getting castrated next week.
Oh, ow, eat.
I've just bought that book, by the way.
You've just bought which one?
That one.
Gamify Your Training.
That's, oh, have you?
Yeah.
You might find it's a little bit, yeah, as I say, it's more towards me training other people than it is towards you training your dog. It's a dog trainer's book, but anyway, you should find good stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a booky person, I can give you loads of really good references for books that are worth. Have you got Easy Peasy Puppy Squeezy?
No.
Hang on. You need Easy Peasy Puppy Squeezy because that is going to be, and again, if I can find it, if you look up Easy Peasy Puppy Squeezy, it's the only book that's called that in the whole wide world. And I think he's just recently released an Easy Peasy Doggy Squeezy. No, I can't find it. But he's hilarious. He's a very straight speaking bloke, and he writes as he speaks. Have you found it, Steve Mann?
What's it called? Easy Peasy.
Puppy Squeezy. Do you know that mouse game that we was playing? That's the one that he was really good at when he was actually in the unit.
Yeah. In
his puppy class, in the leave game as well. Like he's really good at that, and he's good at weight now as well. Yeah. We've been practicing that with him a lot over the past couple of months, haven't we? And like I can take photos now with like biscuits in front of him, get him to wait, and then he'll like wait and look at me like, hurry up then.
You know what? I need those feedback photos and videos of you having achieved, and I need them to be posted to the Facebook page because, you know, Little Tykes Dog Hub, because the more that people show off what their dog can do as a result of the training methods they've been exposed to, the more other people are likely to come and get similar teaching. Yeah. So that would be really good if you could do that for us.
No, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely learned loads over the past week.
So yeah, so when did I go for a walk? Was it 4 o'clock or 3:30?
Yeah, you've said the word now.
He's looking at me now.
You've got to say W. We can't say the full W.
Yeah, so W went for a W. Just on my own, and sometimes he normally turns back, and when Katie's at home, he always cries. So we always get to the corner, and he's perfectly fine, and he normally cries. But this time we walked for 20 minutes, 25 minutes,
25 minutes
around the block, and he was lovely. And slack lead as well. He wasn't pulling; he was slack lead all the way. So yeah,
Good job. Well done.
I'm really pleased with it.
So I'm gonna go off and panic for a bit and try and get notes ready for tonight. If you can join us for the conference, if they find out if you've been allowed to join the group, which hopefully you can. If you don't manage to catch it tonight, she is keeping the recordings on that group, so you'll be able to nip back and watch everybody's in your own time, you know. So I'm off. Got to get a cup of tea and make myself. I got to do my hair. It's still soaking wet.
Yeah, that's fine. No worries.
Thing is, it's people all over the world that are watching it. It's not even
No,
just.
I saw that there was like US Army dogs and stuff like that on there as well.
Yeah. Anyway, and I've got one of the hardest time slots, I think, for the UK as well. Although I noticed that Ruby has put me in competition with another really, really well-renowned, well-respected dog trainer. So maybe most of the sort of higher people will be, and I'll just get normal humans watching me. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. Good luck.
Well, good luck. Yeah.
Thank you. I'll do my best.
And
Yeah,
thank you very much. And we'll see you. It's not next week. It's the week after, because he's getting done on Friday. So we didn't want to push it.
Oh no.
And you never know, the way it's going, we might even actually be able to have some real lessons.
Yeah, I think the next one is at the unit. I don't think there's any more Zoom ones. I think they're all at the unit now. Which is good as well, isn't it? Getting to learn in a different environment as well, because they can get a bit used to one environment.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll let you get off and get started. Thank you very much, and we'll speak to you soon.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.